tunafikiria in terms of Nyanshinski, in terms of Okto, in terms of BN. Why don't we create a bot ambayo itatubeba sisi wote so that we cannot focus? Na hiyo ndio the soul work that we don't want to do. Kwamba can this DJ sit together and come up with something? Na nafikiria pia hiyo ndio kitu ambacho pia kinatupigia chenga kwamba right now music is not about countries, it's about blocks. West Africa wanasukuma Afrobeat, watu wakianza kuimba utajua nani ni Nigeria, utajua nani ni Mtogo, utajua nani ni Benin. They are pushing their music as a block. Tuache kuangalia music like this is Tanzania, this is Diamond, this is Harmonize. Can we create something similar that will represent East Africa?
Iko Nini. Episode 278. Tukisema like, subscribe, hit the notification button, tell a friend to tell a friend. Sindio?
Ndiyo.
Na vile tulikuambia jo, bado tuko maside za Mombasani. Unacheki jo, nimekuja hapa jo, nimevaa ki beach boy yani. Na hii ni courtesy of Achieng Otiato liko next to mimi hapa. Achieng sasa?
Mambo.
Poa. It's good to meet you. Ama to finally meet you. Mwonaga articles zako mostly on Facebook where you write about the entertainment industry. And that's about Africa.
Kabisa. Yeah. The whole of Africa, outside Hollywood, Kenya. Yeah.
Ulijipataje kwa hiyo space ya kuandika hizi vitu?
I've been a creative I think for the last 10. Yeah, but I was getting a lot of frustrations in terms of productions. You know how those things go. Like, so I wasn't getting people of my vibe from where I come from. I come from Mombasa, specifically Kilifi. So getting people who are moving with my drive or my speed or my energy or my vision kwenye nilikuwa naenda walikuwa less. I've worked with several people in the industry lakini I think they were not getting my type of vibe. So eventually I decided one time I wanted to give up. Then I remember the story of Moses in the Bible where they were crossing the Red Sea. And God asked Moses, what's in your hand? Because Moses was stranded. Then he said, I have a rod. Then God said, drop it. And the seas parted. So hata mimi nilijipata kwa hiyo situation when I was almost giving up and I asked myself, what's in my hand? And it was a phone. So I decided, why don't I write my opinions na nini? Hiyo haitakuwa na any bias. I won't need anyone. And those na who are my vibe will gravitate towards me. And that's how I got myself into that space. And so far, I think I've had positive reviews. Because articles zako zinakuwaga interesting. But kuna tunaweza sema unakuwaga harsh on the Kenyan scene. Would you say that's true? No, I think my views are very unbiased because I write what I feel many people are not talking about. Kitu chochote kikiwa kizuri, hata gold ndio ing'are, it has to go through fire. And I think as Kenyans we are not self-critical. I think that's the aspect that's missing. Kwamba when you're a critic or you critique, you are seen as an enemy of the industry. Actually sisi ndio tunapeana hizo views ama visions ama directions of where the industry is supposed to go. I'm just influencing opinion and reason vitu ambavyo si watu wengi ambao wanasema. That's why the speaker of truth has no friends.
Okay. Alafu because one of the things ile niliona ni Mwaki. Nilikuwa naona kuna at some point you were really ulikuwa na follow up on Mwaki.
Really.
Kuna patiana updates like on monthly listeners. I think the last time you really posted ilikuwa 3 million listeners. And I felt like yes, Mwaki is big, but still even with more monthly listeners, we have to think about a catalog. Like if you have a lot of monthly listeners for one song and someone has less monthly listeners, but they have a bigger catalog, the bigger catalog wins.
The thing people are not understanding with Sophia is that Sophia already had a catalog. It's just that Mwaki blew. But she already has a catalog and she's already working. There are so many projects that she's already working on with DJ Fully Focus, with DJ Zab. She already had a catalog before. It's just that Mwaki ili blow to such dimensions, but she already has a catalog. She's even worked with a lot of Nigerian artists. I think hata hiyo song ni number 1 in Nigeria right now.
Mwaki?
No, there's a song she has done with a Nigerian artist.
Okay.
Which is number 1 on YouTube right now. So she has a catalog. Kuna song yenye amefanya rendition ya JB Maina song. It's in the works. The videos are being shot. So I think she was just at the right moment in time. But Sophia has been singing, I think, for the last 5. Just that people need to follow up on her.
Because of course Mwaki ili blow up kabisa, ikaenda pimemweka kwa Mwaki ilikuwa Mwaki
has been played all over the world, and one thing we are not appreciating enough is that Nani Sophia has given us the spotlight that we badly needed. I think Mudhoni drama queen has been pushing a lot now. Hatukuwa tunamuelewa what is this chick saying. She's speaking in Gikuyu, she has electronic beats and what have you. STL came, she did the same thing. We didn't understand her. She akajaribu hip hop until she had to go back. Mpaka akona album ambayo ikona a lot of Hollywood soundtracks. So Sophia right now amekuja kuchukua now the rightful place of what Mudhoni and STL were doing. So I think we should support her, and we should see it as an opportunity pia other artists wa dandia hiyo vibe ya EDM, because I think that's pia where Kenyans, where we lose it. It's not a Sophia thing. Sophia metuonyesha kwamba it can be done. We can have our own ethnic lyrics dubbed on electronic beats, and it works. So I think it's an opportunity pia wasanii wengine, those who are doing house and those who are doing alternative music, to just come on board. And push the sound, because it's a sound ambayo imeonekana inaweza, and it's from Kenya, and it has given us the positive spotlight we were looking for.
Because tumeenda tukinini but sasa nini naonaga kiasi niko usifu TZ like they're doing better. Are they actually doing better?
I think Tanzanians have always found a way to pop. They've always found their way around, like Afrobeat ilikuja, and they were on it. Harmonize song, I think Single Again was one of the biggest song on Spotify last year. So Tanzanians are always ready. They're always there, and wakachukua amapiano, they made it into bongo piano, and they're popping. So as they're trying to find themselves, pia wako hapo where things are happening down the radar. The thing with Kenyan music is that I think we don't focus on where the trends are going. We just make music for the sake of making music because we have equipment na nini. We just make songs for a local market. If Kenyans have to make it to heights of Nigeria, South Africa, Tanzania, we have to feed to the international market. Right now, the Afro vibe is the one that's selling. The Afro vibe, I mean, amapiano, African inspired music. So we should ask ourselves as Kenyans, are we producing music that is African inspired? Because for me, genge or gengeton, that's just some badly done dancehall. It has no real elements of African music.
Maskeyo, badly done.
It's just badly done dancehall. We should find ourselves, and I think that's where Sauti Sol hit all the right notes. What Sauti Sol were doing is that they were just sampling what had already been done, and I think that's what Nigerians did. They sampled Akina Fela, Akina Sania Day, and what have you. You have to come to a place of knowing to a place of unknowing. We cannot just sit in a room and just decide to create something, and that's why Abaton, kuna hii song ya Abaton yenye inafanya vizuri where they sampled Jua Kali. TikToker. See how that song is doing, because they were coming from a point of knowledge to a point of unknown. So I think sisi kama Kenyans kama ni tufanye vizuri, we should go back to Kina Nbuoge Bolizo songs that were done before, and we sample going forward. Those songs,
but kuna tona Zusha Joabanton for doing that.
No, I think it's because they've not followed the right channels, kwa sababu ni watoto pia, they need to be directed. Hawajajua kama kuna vitu kama maslap za copyright infringement and all that. I think that's the only hitch. Lakini tunafaa turudi huko nyuma katika zile songs za Mangele. But I think I heard that on Salama Jabir, the podcaster from Tanzania, that she was saying that kwa nini wasanii wetu pia wa Tanzania hawasample wale wazee wa zamani, because Sauti Sol wamesample sana from Tanzania, they've sampled a lot from Kenya. From Mombasa we have Mzengala, I think Kalamoto did a very good sample. Did a very good sample. So kama tunataka mziki wetu kuwe na soul, we must tap into what has already been there, because Nigerian music, they've all tapped from Fela going forward, alafu wakaongeza sasa their renditions and their creativity. That's the only way our music as Kenyans can grow. Lakini si kukaa every day we are thinking how can we come up with a sound. No, sound. Hata Kanye West, the king of samples, he always takes song from way back.
So Jibag Ajad unaichukaje?
What's that?
Aujui ngoma Jibag na Jag? It's a new one.
It's a new one from I don't listen to Gengeton.
Yani Abanton.
Unfortunately, TikTok nilijua because I think it's everywhere. Hata Uswahilini nini.
Hiyo pia ni everywhere saizi. Jibag. Like what anda kuchezea after hapa je.
Nice.
Yeah, tunaijua. Yeah. Kuchezea after hapa. It's wanaitwa nani jo? Wanaitwa nani my boy. But it's
and that's the thing, you hear someone today, after 3 weeks it's someone else, and that's how Kenyan music I think is not growing. Because today we have this one, we don't know how to create brands, because that's another thing. Branding and marketing ya wa Kenya iko chini sana, and I think even Master J pointed that at some point kwamba wa Kenya wanajuaga sana kuimba. Hata YP, I think in a certain interview he said Kenya has the best vocalist, lakini hatujajua kujiuza katika soko la kimataifa. We don't know what packaging is, we don't know what branding is, we don't know what sales and marketing is. It's just people sitting in rooms coming up with songs. Trend ikishaisha tunamtafuta tena Simple Boy achangamshe watu wacheke, then another bad song comes on. Hivyo, but hatujatengeneza barabara nzuri ambayo watu wanaweza wakapitia, wasanii wote wanaweza kupitia, and that pia inafikiria inakuja with lack of record labels in Kenya.
So ngoma inaitwa Jibag na Jag ni Gota City na Stupid Boy.
Gota City, I've heard of them. I had their one song where they were dissing another group, I think. And that's it. Hawa watoto wakishafika past 1-2 years unasikia wameingia kwa depression, where Sailors Gang. Where Boondocks. So
but Boondocks,
I think that's a problem.
Separate members are doing something. X-Ray is always there.
But we should move from just doing something to really creating music, because one thing we are forgetting is that these artists are brands who can employ people in the community. Diamond atabaki kuwa Diamond milele kwa sababu he has over 500 people working for him. That's a brand ambayo atakuwa ametoa watu ghetto, watu wamemfanyia kazi. Akaleta Harmonize, I'm pretty sure pia has not less than 100 people working for him. Instead of just thinking kwamba these are just boys who are just trying to express themselves, why don't we think far beyond kwamba these are brands that can end up employing people from their community, and through that their brands become timeless. That's why Sauti Sol will always remain Sauti Sol, because they've employed managers, they've employed photographers and all of that.
Soulfest ni kubwa,
wako na Soul Generation and all of this. So these are timeless brands ambazo zitaishi. So we should move from just having, these are just kids. Tyler just won a Grammy at 22. The other day it was Coffee. Why do we think that watoto wa Gengeton the less? Why don't you show them the business? Ama hao wenyewe, why don't they learn the business? Because mtu kama mimi no one alinifunza. But I know everything from production, marketing, publishing, journalism and everything, because it's something that I've always wanted to learn. So I think people are not just passionate about the music, they just want the money. Na kama unataka pesa, kuna biashara nyingi unaweza fanya. And I don't think that playing around with music in the name of creating is one way to do it.
But hiyo Jibag ni Jibag na Jag na pia nito Jibag Ajat.
Is that a Nigerian word? Because I remember there was a song.
Jibag apparently inamaanisha
it's a weed bag.
It's a weed bag. Alafu Jag ni keg. Jag ya keg.
Okay, there's a pidgin word. There's a pidgin word that sounds almost similar. I think Jagaban or something.
So kuna hiyo Jibag na nini, cause another way pia kuiangalia ni kuna time kulikuwa na photos za ilikuwa nani za Zuchu akiperform in the United States of America, and the place was empty. So there's always been the counter argument that yes, TZ pops on the internet, but TZ does not pop on ground. So tukicompare the numbers, like kumbuka Sauti Sol Madaraka Festival last year sold out, yes? Different venues, very big venues in America. Anaitwa nani ude mwingine Zuchu, basically empty arenas. Tukiangalia nani tena, tukiangalia Diamond pia kienda, the places we expect Diamond to be in, he's never in. Like zile venues hata kina Nyashinski wanaenda kufanya this year, Diamond hezi jaza. So do you also see the counter argument with that?
Yeah, and I think we are narrowing down the conversation to Kenya versus mbona tusijikompare na Nigerians. Why are we always, because Tanzanian music is good. Sema okay, sema okay, maybe on the international scene okay, see wote tuko na challenges. Maybe they don't have enough promoters. Me, I always believe in comparing myself with the best. Tanzania wako na muziki mzuri, their packaging is good na nini. Lakini kumekuwa na ushindani, sijui jirani ana stima, jirani ana unga, and I think that is just narrowing down the conversation. Places zenye mfano Zuchu ameenda akakosa kujaza na nini, okay, maybe show ikifail me, I always blame the promoter. Because promoter wewe ndio una organize show, utajua kama utauza vipi tickets na nini.
Okay. Now, sorry nitakuuliza ni ushawahi Zuchu akiperform? Kama any clip of Zuchu performing, have you ever watched?
No. Because I don't follow, there are certain artists I follow up on. I don't follow up on everyone.
Yeah, because Zuchu has the workest show. Like atakuwa hapo kwa stage and try to dance. I'm like, I didn't come to see you dance. Like you're a singer. I came to hear you sing.
The last big show I think ilikuwa hiyo ya Kendrick Lamar in Rwanda. Yeah, and
Zuchu alikuwa?
Yeah, Zuchu.
Na playback zake?
Zuchu alikuwa one of the squeezer waitu curtain raisers.
Yeah, ni curtain raiser?
Yeah, opening act.
Yeah. Si alifanya tu hiyo kawaida yake ya playback.
Of course.
You see, that's another thing about
actually
TZ.
Zuchu, what I would say Zuchu is that Zuchu was forced on us. When she started out, she was so nice, but after now being linked with Diamond na nini, I think pia artists pia wanakosea kwamba people stop making art and they start creating. You can never have art every day. That's content. Art nzuri ni ile ambayo iko na inspiration. It has taken time to
marinate.
Yeah, to marinate, to bake vizuri. That's art. That's why Nyashinski, I think, wanajificha, then after a while comes back on top. Lakini pia nitamlaumu kwamba alikuja akatuenjoy.
Kwa nini?
Yeah, he promised to come and take Kenyan music to the next level, and I think he did for the first few years, but
he's still doing it. Ulimwona last year at Oktoberfest, like that performance was
I will expect him. I want him to go further than that.
Even
because
the new EP
ukifanya hivyo, and that's what pia kina Calligraph are doing na Octo. Tafadhali Kenya tunawajua and we know your songs. Inafika place inaitwa saturation point. We cannot buy. Tunafika pale tunakinai. We want to see you work with artists from South Africa. We want to see you work with artists from America. We want to see you because Diamond ametumia hiyo nafasi to just outshine people. Na si kwamba hao wengine hawezi kufanya. Because the moment you do that, you are opening up the space. Even for other acts, unaonyesha this is the way to go. And that's why I'll always respect Bien. Yeah, Bien has shown us that Bien and Larimado, I think they're made of the same cloth. Excellence. Yeah. You do something and you do it to the highest level. Yes, you did it, ulikuja, you make really, I think the first album was great. The second one was the 50-50.
Nani? Album ya?
Ya Nyash.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it sounded like something I'd listened to once and I never listened to it.
Yeah, because me, I loved this new EP. I've listened to it, like, of course, my favorite song ni Fifth Harmony, utazoea.
So I think the same things that is applying now kwa Kenya, sasa atoke nje. That's my only beef with him, that he's done well, but I want him to go further because he has everything he has.
But sasa swali itakuwa hivi,
Ndiyo.
Like you are this kid born in Nairobi where music is not respected, yes? You grow as an artist and you end up as this man who is paid millions of shillings for one show.
Yeah.
You are packing up arenas. Do you need to do more, change a lot, try part of the international audience? Because that also happens where an artist goes looking for the international audience and they lose themselves. So I feel like if it's working, if it's
don't fix it if it's not broken.
Yeah, don't fix it. So I feel like Nyashinsky level amefika because hizi shows zote za US zinaenda kusell out. You know that they're going to sell out.
I think it all comes down to ambition because hatuwezi sema Bien alianza mfano like a solo artist akakuja akakuwa Sauti Sol and right now he's still pushing. What difference does Nyashinsky have from Bien? I think it all comes down to how bad you want it, and when you say an artist loses themselves, I don't understand.
What did you lose? Kuna like you can go looking like me personally ukiniuliza naweza sema Diamond has lost himself. Like kuna zile times mumskiza mapose ame come back to that bongo sound, yes?
Yeah.
But kuna vitu alifanya hapa katikati like before hii time alitoa mtasubiri na Zuchu. What else did he do around that time? Like there's nothing.
I think Diamond anataka kuongelelewa. So si kwamba hata amejiluza such. Diamond has different audiences and I think he's trying to cater to each of these audiences. Kuna time alikuja akaenda sana Nigeria, he did a lot of collaborations huko back to back. Then watu wakifikiria kwamba amejisahau ameenda Afrobeat, he came back akatupatia Sikomi na that song where there were these mamas twerking.
Jeje.
Not Jeje. Kulikuwa na wamama by the beach wamevaa madera and Khadija Kopa.
Yeah, that was the
ish. So I think akona different
nasema nawe.
Nasema nawe. So he always goes, kuna time tena karudi tena Hollywood with akina Nio, kina Rick Ross na nini. So he always goes, comes back, touches base. Akona strategy ambayo nafikiria wasanii wa Kenya pia ndio kidogo wamepumbaa hapo.
Huoni ni kama he went too far like mi kuna hii time like ukiniuliza the past few years nitasema Mapose because Mapose has been really good, alafu niseme mtasubiri. What else would I say? This other one song I keep forgetting ile alifanya na Jukes. But apart from that is
enjoy.
Hizi ngoma zake za amapiano they were very forgettable. That's why I can't even remember it. Ngoma alifanya na this guy who died alikuwa anaitwa nani? Umsa South Africa Costa Teach.
I think pia their songs ukiconsider msanii, I think their songs for every season. Na yeye pia huwa anaangalia kama sasa ni December, people need something to dance to. And I think hapo ndio pia wa Kenya. I think Kenyans tuna lack strategy and the record labels zilikuwa zinahitaji professionals. That's why the Ogopa era and the Caliph era will always remain one of the best times for Kenyan music. Kwa sababu pale ndani kuna professionals ambao atakwambia no, sahi we need to sell, it's not about you. Kwa sababu lazima tujue kudifferentiate katika mziki biashara na mziki. Wewe unafanya gani? So you must strike a balance because at the end of the day you have bills to pay, at the end of the day you want to express yourself. So kama ni ngoma ambazo unajua hizi ngoma ni deep kidogo, I want to talk about my life, I want to inspire people, you can create an album for that. Ndio maana kuna ngoma zinakuaga za album. Alafu kuna ngoma for block parties right now, maybe it's December or it's Valentine's or it's Christmas. You need to tap into that vibe. Ambao hapo ndo nafikiria kwa sababu hakuna record labels to direct such semantics. So mtu anaamka tu anafikiria this is a good song lakini mbona imeflop, the timing. So I think record labels should come back bigger and stronger na watu wa invest so that we can really direct our music.
Alafu hii kitu inakuonyesha vile people look at industries differently, because if you had to ask me, I'd say right now this is the best period for Kenyan music. Yes, during Ogopa Caliph the sound was so restricted because the sound was driven by DJ Pinye and Kiss FM. Right now the sound is driven by the people and it's the people deciding. But how were the acts?
The acts were stronger.
Are they really like these record labels also had some very horrible artists? Like I won't go mentioning people, but some of those girls could not sing. Like, I'm sorry. We won't mention names, but they could not sing. Were they cute? Were they beautiful to look at?
I already know.
But
I already know the
like, look at right now, we're talking about Nikita Kering, we're talking about Bridget
But
Blue.
Nikita Kering, I feel she's too sophisticated, and I think that's where hapo nakosanaga na watu. Like, can Nikita sing? Of course Nikita can sing, but is she serving the vibe that we really want? Kwa sababu tunataka atoke aende mbali. Look at someone like Zinia. Zini alikuja ndio hata kama alikuwa na the international vibe, akakuja but alifanya projects na watu kama kina Kaka. Amefanya projects yani. kadhaa ali come down to the people. But Nikita amebaki kule juu, and like 80% of Kenyan listeners bado
hapo suna chikindio. And that's why nafurahia conversation kusasa iko like when ndio 1 minute unasema we think beyond, the next minute unasema we think African, because I think when I listen to Nikita I see an artist who can be signed by Sony and sold the same way as Adele. You understand? Like she's that level. She has that international superstar thing.
But remember there. You must be accepted like, from home pia kidogo.
Itabidi to catch up. Tulishindwa catch up na Elsa iko like itabidi to catch up.
What I'm saying awe relatable. Sawa, hata kama basi ataimba hiyo kizungu, let it basi be dance music. That's what I think Tyler did.
Ukisikia mtu wangu akinidepress akising I don't want to be your ex. Mtu wangu usema ile ex. Niko like wewe nyamaza, unataka kuwa ex. Unataka kuwa ex wanani? Because she's 8 years old. So I don't know how to feel about that. I think like to me Nikita should change nothing.
Yeah.
I think ni sisi ndio tunafaa catch up.
Anafaa kutupatia dance music, something memorable.
Yes, she has.
I think that's
John
where
Falme remix hiyo.
Yeah, give and by the way, a good thing you've mentioned the DJs. I think the DJs are also sleeping on their job.
Yeah.
Like 3 days ago, I was looking at an artist called Alan Walker. Ni DJ YDM, very good DJ. I think my next article is going to be about him. The next Avicii.
Yeah.
Akona EP imetoka juzi inaitwa Who I Am. Hiyo EP iko tu na only one song but has 6 tracks.
Yeah.
Out of this one song, moja ni a cappella, moja ni restrung ya kutumia guitar, nyingine ni EDM, nyingine ni nini. So it's that one song, nyingine ni radio edit. Why don't our DJs do something similar? Kama hiyo song yenye unasema ni X. Maybe it's boring to me because it's not in a version I like. Yeah, but publishing pia waamke kwamba this song can be redone even 4-5 times. So EP ni moja lakini iko na songs tofauti for everyone. Ukitaka kusikiza the acapella, ukitaka kusikiza yenye iko na guitar na nini. So maybe the new song is good, our songs are good, but haziko in versions that are palatable.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
So here the whole industry, I think pia there are some things which are lacking. Our DJs kwanza ndio wamelala. South Africa has the best DJs na wao ndio wamebeba industry. Kwa sababu kuna muziki kila siku. And hawa wasanii wadogo yenye hawana record labels ama nini, and there's a DJ na kila siku ana introduce new acts. Ngoma moja ya Maforisa unaweza pata iko na wasanii kama 6. And those are small acts who can support themselves lakini wamepata platform. The next minute pia huyu ataitwa na DJ mwingine. Before you know it, you have a brand of an artist. Can we wake up and start doing things more professionally? Because I think that has always been my beef, kwamba wa Kenya we just like mediocre stuff. Hatuangalii watu wanafanya ni, we are not looking at the trends. Wakati tukifanya mziki, umeshaangalia katika soko ni mziki gani right now unauza, and how can I fix my sound iendane na ile, so that at the end of the day you stop complaining kwamba mimi sipati gigs. Aya basi uza kwenye Spotify. Because through that pia radio zetu zitapata something to play other than playing the same Tanzanian hits.
Hapo ndio nafurahia hii nini, because hapo ndio I think tunaangalia vitu tofauti kabisa. Mufurahiaga when an artist does something that's never been done. You see, like the first time nilisikiza Nikita, I was like, yeah, okay. The first time nilisikiza Mwaki, because if we are giving the market what the market wants, would we have ended up with Mwaki? Because you see, that was such a different sound, just such a different whatever. So I feel like
and it didn't come from Kenya. It's a DJ from Brazil.
From Brazil. That's what I'm saying. Like, let's let the artist do the art. Like, tusiwa confine na kuambia this is what's popular, because what's popular to one person might not be popular to the next person.
And I think that has always been the catch-22 between which market should I feed? Should I fill the home market? Should I do my own creativity? Should I look at what is going on in the... I think when you're starting out as an artist, when you umesema, you're still very pure. It's your own self-expression. Then you get someone who wants maybe to invest in you through a record label or through an agreement. Huyo mtu pia yeye atataka they get value for their money. So brand yako ita increase kwa sababu niche yako pia ya audience yenye una serve itakuwa increase. That's why I'm saying Diamond ni mjanja kwa sababu yeye ana masoko tofauti and he caters to all of them. Ikifika time fulani anafanyia Waswahili wake, ikifika another time anaenda kwa Nigeria. Nigeria walimkubali sana, hata Pato Ranking had to do a second song with him because alikuwa amepotea kwenye game. So the next time anaenda anafanya na watu wa Hollywood, anapata shows za US, UK. So as an artist pia wewe, it's not always about you. Ndiyo, it's about you when you're starting, lakini if you want to get the commercial success, kwa sababu pia tumesema kitu kingine, kuna kitu kinaitwa ambition. Wewe unataka huu muziki kufanyia nini? Some artists are comfortable with just traveling. Me muziki wangu, maybe I'm not going to be that rich, but I don't want to stay in one place. Today I want to perform in Dar es Salaam, tomorrow I want to perform in Abidjan, tomorrow I want to be in Paris. So my music will help me travel.
Kuna kama nani tonani jo Macadam, because Macadam travels like
hata leo nimeona ametoka Lamu, ametoka Diani to Lamu, I think by road. Mara kwa Zanzibar,
mara kwa Denmark. Hizi ma European things yeuzi chapaga sana. So like he's one of those very successful artists that people don't know, because unajua just traveling, like I think tuko tunabonga na Bien alikuwa anasema people don't know how amazing it is to live off your music. Like your music pays all your bills, and it's a beautiful thing. Na ni kitu moja naweza sema pia sisi on our site, like the podcast, we're like podcast in a liba bills, and it's a beautiful thing because it's not a privilege that everyone gets,
being paid to do what you love.
Being paid to do what you love. So kwanza nini tukidigress kidogo, mada ya AKA, I saw you posted about it. So
I did.
Who do you think killed AKA?
AKA, I would say, had several enemies. Because he was such a public figure. He was arrogant. He's a hip-hop artist, so definitely he had the attitude. So I think he had pissed several people off. You cannot exactly point a finger. Someone might have used kulikuwa na scandal hapo nyuma that the wife, or I think it was the fiancé, alikuwa amekufa. He was pushed off a balcony. So someone mwenye alikuwa na grudge naye might have used that opportunity to kill him, so that isemekane kwamba these two murders are connected. So I think I cannot point a finger exactly at who did it, because Pierre, the father of the fiancé, is a very rich man. And anything could have happened. So I think at this point in time, the suspects wenye walishikwa, we can trace the paper trail tuone pale lead. Maybe hiyo ndio taturegesha nyuma kwa motive, who paid these guys. So if we follow the paper trail, maybe we could nail those guys. But Nani was in a lot of shady businesses. Pia he didn't have a clean record, so it could be anyone.
Walichikiliwa watu walisnicharaka. Jizi raya zimeshikwa tu majuzi. Ziko like that, tulilipwa na nani, tukalipwa na niko like nyamazeni jo. You're a thug.
Na walishikwa.
Wanatoa AKA za watu wengine jo.
And I think mwenye alimuua ni wa South Africa, because if you look at wenye walishikwa kiwa Eswatini. Eswatini is Swaziland. So wenye walifanya, I'm pretty sure alikuwa Johannesburg au South Africa, but kwa sababu hakutaka hiyo nani julikane, alitumia watu wa Eswatini.
Mi bado nafikiri ni Budaodem. I want to be proven wrong, and that's why I don't want these people to snitch. Like when Deni huko, you did a because Miss Kudanganya, after he was accused of kurusha ule dem, personally I feel nothing for him. Like I'm sorry, but
you feel because hata hiyo
like
mada hiyo dem pia, it was never resolved. It was never resolved, so we cannot really for sure, unless that the murder of his former fiancée iko cleared. I think we'll never get to know pia who killed him.
Because swali nitakuuliza ni hii place tunacheki tuna shoot it's hotel whatever, si ndio? You can look at these doors za hoteli, ndio mtu avunje hizi milango. Are they
It must have been someone who is accessible directly to her,
and someone who's super violent. Unakuwa zile photos zilitokeaga za AKA vile alivunjaga mlango time walikuwa wamekosana huyo dem. Alivunja, he went through a door.
It was always high on coke.
So unacheki, so mse kama huyo vile nilisikia, because I watched the video nikaona akiangushwa, and the thing that came to my mind, because me nilikuwa naonaga kwa story ule dem alikuwa anatudanganya. So vile nilichekigio nikafikia maybe buda dem ya mama. So but okay because na death ya Costatich ulichekigaje?
Costa there are so many. Okay, right now artists who wanakuwa surrounded with a lot of conspiracy theories. But I think nilisikia alikuwa epileptic, something like that.
Epileptic,
so I think na alikuwa ametravel that time, he was popping. So I think alikuwa hajapata rest. That's why people like akina Justin Bieber wanafika place they just unplug. So pia here alikuwa amekuwa na almost 20 shows back to back. So hakuwa amepata time ya kurest, so the electrical impulses in the brain can go snap. So I think that was just an accident. Lakini yenye linishangaza zaidi ilikuwa ya Rick. Yeah, who hanged himself. I didn't know he had mental issues. You remember?
I think Nini, mental health is of course a very tricky subject because that so you've seen the photos of the last day before Nani committed suicide, Chester Bennington wa Linkin Park.
Yeah,
you can never know with mental health like what's going to happen. I thought you were talking about this other lady, this one who died, Majuzi. The South
Zahara.
African lady. Yes.
That was surprising. Zahara, okay, in as much as in as much she was an alcoholic. And I don't know where that started from. Lakini pia alikuwa na issues. Remember her last album? Hakuwa amepata what was due to her.
Okay.
Due for her. You remember?
Your industry, I say.
alikuwa signed I think by a label, I'm not sure which. But she got paltry remunerations. I think at around 10 to 15%, and that album really sold. And I think that's where her mental issues started. I'm not sure exactly kama hiyo alcoholism pia ilianzia hapo, but she was never well, and I think she didn't have a good support system. Just like Whitney, I think when it happen kwa celebrities, we think these guys are bigger than life and nini. But I think at the end of the day, when you switch off that light and you get into your bed and it's you and your mind, you can't really fight your demons na nini. So that's why when artists die, it's usually very sad for everyone, because they've made everyone happy except themselves. For I think she just didn't have a good support system. Ambo nafikiria pia for artists, I think that's what we need, because we always seem happy. We always seem happy. We always seem to be writing for people. Nikikosa kuandika hapo article, everyone is like, umepotea ulienda. Me pia I have a real life I'm dealing with. Sometimes I'm also fighting maybe my emotions or something. So I think pia artists in a Africa time pia you just unplug a little. Sort yourself. You can always come back. You can always come back.
Okay, because you're like artists abusing drugs and such. It's such an alafu. I think another thing ile maybe there are a few people wale hawaelewi ni in South Africa superstardom is superstardom. Like
the money is there.
And
it's a second world country,
ridiculous. Yes, it's ridiculous money. So you have like even tukiangalia the podcast space. Umse anaitwa nani? Mark G.
Podcast
and Mark G akikuja hapa anatuangalia iko like nyinyi mnacheza kama watoto. Keep going, I'm cheering for you.
How many $1 million?
Sikuchekio Mark G
Wakinini it was 20 million rands.
So I think
offered that's $1 million.
I think pia hapo Kenyans ndio wanapigana hapo kelele kija wasanii, kwa sababu I'm saying grow these brands iwe kubwa, ndio maana mpate partnerships. That's where Nigerian artists are beating us South African artists, because juzi nilipostio ya Rikasani kwamba is now a Jojo Money model. Such partnerships, akina Davido, they're enjoying millions of dollars every year. Kina Wizkid, they've been models for Balenciaga for decades, wanafanya joint. I think the last African Cup of Nations, Wizkid had a collaboration with Nike to produce Starboy jerseys. It was a collaboration. So mbona Kenyans hatujichukuli that serious? Ukishaenda at that level, your music, you live off your music, because hata hiyo pesa yenye utakuwa unatengeneza nayo muziki, it won't be your own money. So Kenyans are usually bitter because at the end of the day you think that you need to spend your own money to produce good music. Once you create your brand, use your money to create your brand. Then your brand will carry you for the rest of your life.
Okay. Because hii story nani nimeicheki nani Mark G alisema was in America, and there was an American company that offered me $1 million to buy the Podcast and Chill network. It sounded like a good deal, but when we looked at it we were like, nah man, we are valued way more than that. Because I'm thinking Mark G, right now in a month maybe makes around $20,000. So $20,000 in a year, we are looking at $250,000. So you're being given earnings za 1 year as a 4 years. Fuck them.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make
It
them.
needs to
Yeah.
be like what Bien said. It needs to be life changing.
Yeah, it needs to be life changing.
Okay, if someone decides to like buy you and you decide I'm not creating again, it should be enough to like carry you through.
Wamekulipa do ingine mpaka wanakuja kuamsha kuja ufanye show.
Hata kuna hii ya juzi yenye wana I think Universal Music Group have bought Maven. Yeah, for mind-boggling amounts. Yeah, so ndo hiyo nasema once you create something that's timeless, people will always come. You'll now attract instead of chasing. So as Kenyan artists of the creative space in Kenya, we should start attracting. That's why Elsa huko nje, she's really attracting right now, and we are very bitter about her. But I'm saying, go girl.
Hey, wacha nini afanye, but there's always going to be your trick. What do I do? Do I keep doing what I'm doing since it's working, or do I go for the international audience? I feel like inakuwaga tricky because even Nigerians, if you think about
ukishafanya wakati unaendelea with whatever you are doing and you are doing it with that ambition, hata kama huna hiyo pesa ya kufika huko, someone will meet you at the door. That's what I always say. Someone will meet you at the door. Someone will meet you in your element. Yeah, wakati unafanya kutatokea destiny helper ambao atakutake to the next level.
Because tunaweza angalia hivi from another perspective, mse kama Nyashinski, I'm not sure, I'm just maybe playing with a few numbers. Yashinsky from Oktoberfest last year, he must have made at least on the lower side 10 million Kenyan shillings.
Yes.
Right now he's about to go on an American tour. Yes. This Madaraka Festival, it's so many tours, it's so many venues. So let's say after amalize kila kitu hapo, he's going to make another 20M. Yes. Why would he need another audience if this is working? Like, I don't need to mess with Nigerians. Let people catch up. I don't need to change my sound. Because what if I change my sound and I lose whatever I have? Because it's not inspired. It's only inspired by money.
We are coming back to the same spot. Artists need to get out of their head. It's no longer about you. Na nafikiria hapo ndio Diamond siku zote it's not about you. Ukishafika a certain level, it becomes about your legacy. It's no longer about you or what you're producing. Look at Rihanna. Right now haimbi, but anaitwaga show. Anaitwaga show huko na Masaudi na nini, they're being given money. So fika pahali, it's no longer about you. With this money that you're making right now, can you add into the creative space in Kenya? Can you open up incubation hubs? Can you open up creative schools?
Okay, that one I agree. The only thing basi maybe atuko na understandiana niyo kusema he experiments with newer sounds. He does not need to experiment with anything.
But grow it pia. Grow that sound. Okay, which sound is he doing? Because is it R&B? Is it hip hop?
Vile alisema tu yende na decide kama ni rap ama ni melody, he does and he does both really well.
So I think pia kitu ambacho kina to fail as Kenyans, it's lack of unity. We still think as individuals. Tunafaa tutoke hiyo place. Unaona kama Nigerians wenye waliona Afrobeat inafanya this is our thing. They all ganged up in there with their pidgin and their jollof rice and they're right now traveling the world. Sisi bado tunafikiria in terms of calligraph, tunafikiria in terms of Nyashinsky, in terms of Okto, in terms of Bien. Why don't we create a bot ambayo itatubeba sisi wote so that we cannot focus? Na hiyo ndio the soul work that we don't want to do. Kwamba can this DJ sit together and come up with something? Na nafikiria pia hiyo ndio kitu ambacho pia kinatupigia chenga kwamba right now music is not about countries, it's about blocks. West Africa wanasukuma Afrobeat, watu wakianza kuimba utajua nani ni Nigeria, utajua nani ni Mtogo, utajua nani ni Benin. They are pushing their music as a block. Tuache kuangalia music like this is Tanzania, this is Diamond, this is Harmonize. Can we create something similar that will represent East Africa? Kwa sababu mimi taki yangu sana ni kwamba we create an economic thing ambayo itatubeba sisi wote, tuache kulialia kwamba MCSK sijuana tulipa pesa ngapi. I think that's shallow for now. Can we make there's so many avenues of music. Hata MCSK tuachie tu wasanii wa local. Wasanii wakubwa si hata naona watu nikawa sawa na post memes that sijui nani walinipatia shilingi ngapi. Yes, we'll deal with that later, but if you're making money from outside there, because me I believe that music is an economic mimi naangalia kiupande huo. So if you're being creative with your music, kama tunasema tujue Nyanshinski afanye nama, which market is he serving, tutengeneze kitu ambacho sisi wote tutakulia. So bad when Nyanshinski is making 10M and the artist, Kenya is very talented artist by the way. It's only that we keep posting the memes, but tuko na so many talented artists. Kwa nini tusicreate kitu ambacho sisi wote tutaingia humo? And we push it as a block. Hiyo tatusaidia wasanii tutoke. Hata those tours, si ati Kenya Nyanshinski ndio wanaenda na kina BN. We want to see new faces.
This time,
we want to see more Ianis, we want to see more Triomios.
But of course Madaraka Festival you have to reach a certain level. Kunajua hauwezi wekwa pia hapo na usijaze because it's a business for akina ni Okelo Javan.
But they're trying to nini. So sikubwa hivyo. I remember
hizo venues ni kubwa.
I remember Nonini when he was having a back to back. Pia Nonini naye pia anabifu na kila mtu.
I
remember akipost hizo vitu za Madaraka Festival that I don't know is being paid 50,000. He was just thrashing the guy. You know, Nini pia I think should come down. Handle things professionally. Huyu ni mtu mwenye alikuwa approach kwa email na nini. Kama ni you don't want to do something, there's a go kwenye mlicommunicate, but don't come usikuje kwa trying to belittle each other, because I think Kenyan industry pia inakuanga na hiyo where we keep belittling each other na nini. So I think Madaraka Festival by Javan Okelo, big up to him, is a great thing. Lakini pia nataka kuona wasanii wengi wadogo, because these guys ambao tunategemea kina BN, kina Nyanshinski, kina Calligraph, they're already 15 years into the game.
But
there's nothing new ambayo watatuletea sasa, because the nanio keeps changing every day. So kwa nini pia wao wasishike watu?
Unajua watu wako states, I think ile kitu una try maybe unasahau ni watu wako states. Kuna watu wamekuwa huko for like 20 years. Yes? So they've seen artists like Sauti Sol grow, they've seen Nyashinski grow. They want that catalog. They want that catalog done live with live instrumentation and everything. And the newer artists still have a long way before watu weze, because you know people pay a premium for that. Inakuwaga like it's expensive in quotes tickets. So you can't just invite anyone, because you need first of all kujae na second kukuwe na experience like a live, unajua like a memorable whatever. Alafu pia uliandika jua The Scramble for Africa. I found that to be interesting. Ukaeka Mick Mill hapo akina Rick Ross. So story ya Mick Mill na Puff Daddy unaionaje? P Diddy?
I think 2024 ni mwaka ambao faili zinafunguliwa left and right. I think there's some truth to it, because Diddy is a cult. That's what I'd say, because I think he holds the keys to Hollywood. Na bana bwana unajua alipitia hapo, kuna time alikuwa anapiga maskat na nini. Did you see that?
Okay.
He's the one who produced I think his album ilishinda Grammy. It was executive produced by Diddy.
Oh shit.
And they hung out together a lot. Hata Black Coffee has so many pictures with Diddy. And right now you know.
Nianza kuangalia Burna Boy inashindwa this African giant.
Na me I called him out. Akana shika ponytail na nini, and I didn't sit right with me for a guy who was all violent and you know that African energy na nini. To see him wearing some pleated pants, it didn't sit right with me. And I think there's some truth to it, because anything that Diddy touches has blood on it. Okay. So I think McMill has some questions to answer.
Because amekama kajitetea
really.
if any gay activity happens around me, there's no way shit is not getting flipped in that motherfucker.
Itabidi enda jitetee kotini. If it comes down to paper, I think atatupatia majibu mazuri pale kotini, because I think a case against Diddy is coming. And it's just a matter of time, because this is a public figure. You must have your exhibits correct na nini. So I think people are just collecting evidence. Hata 50 alisema anatengeza documentary.
But kusell records inaweza kuwa hard, as Mick Mill, a thug rapper who took it up.
But everyone wants fame.
Who got his shit pushed in.
It is very disturbing, to say the least. Hata for me, he was among one of my favorite rappers. I'm not reconsidering. He has very good music. But for this, I think ndio hiyo yenye nasema pia watu wanafika sehemu wanajisahau. Artists wanafika point unajisahau. It's now all about the money and the fame na nini.
Sasa tunaona hizo ndio spaces.
But the whole of Hollywood is a cult, I think.
Sinasema Ian anaweza kuwa hapa Kenya anachapa podcast alafu ameanza kuimba Mugithi. Ameimba Mugithi, amechapa collabo na Samido moja akapatana American tour. Then anaenda kuperform kwa club. Puff Daddy is there. And then we never look at Ian the same. Just they're hanging out with Diddy in the swimming pool. Flying private jets.
I think pia to make it just
to go like something is not sitting right with us here.
Artists are so many things you can never really tell. You can never really tell what happens behind the curtains. But I think it will all come to light. It's just a matter of time. Arkeli ndio huyo tulikuwa naye, then kidogo tukasikia misukumwa ndani all these this sexual thing is
ngoma za Arkeli. Unasikizaga ngoma za Arkeli?
To date I listen to his music. I have nothing against the guy. For those he wronged, I think he's paying his time. Yeah, of course right now we're vibing to our African music. Right now we don't listen to American music
as much as we used to.
As much as we used to. So once in a while, but right now I don't remember the last time I listened to his music.
So inamaanisha hata saizi Joey akienda jela utakuwa kusikiza ngoma za Joey.
Joey hajawahi kuwa msanii, and I think hapo kwa Kenya ndio tunakosea.
Alitua ngoma yake ile siku ya jela. Yesu Kristo.
Ni kama useme Akothee ni msanii.
Akothee ni msanii. Acha zako. Situko coast. Unakoseaje Akothee coast tukiwa kwao?
When was the last time you listened to her? I like her brand and everything it represents. But not in terms of music. Music I think ndio ilimsaidia akafika penye yuko. But I think as a person she's a full brand. She's a full brand. But I don't remember the last time I listened to her music. But I like what she's doing with the community. I think pia she's going into politics. I really like that.
Because kasa hizi hiyo ngoma ya Joey inaitwa na kuabudu, it has 317,000 views.
Views haimanishi si watu tunaweza enda huko tu tuangalie tu hiyo ni nini. That's tunashindwa kudifferentiate between content and art. I think internet imeleta hiyo confusion kwamba someone can just wake up aimbe sijui ni nyandue and people are just there
running.
Yes,
ni nyandue.
No. I think that's our downfall as Kenyans. Tutafadhali tupatie real artists nafasi. Nairobi
lakini Yesu ni nyandue si nini like this someone who's wants to make love to Jesus. I think it's a powerful song. Jesus
I
make
that
love
was
to me.
sarcasm. No. There was a time gospel industry ilikuwa inafanya vizuri Kenya, but Safaricom pia sijui ruined it with those awards na kupatiana pesa and the cartel thing. Kenya tu capitalism imeharibu soko.
Na ukuambia Chieng tunambuagwa si tunatafuta corporates afai ku-criticize corporates kwa IKONINI.
I'm just saying it's just an observation. It's just an observation kwamba kuna time vitu zilikuwa zina run vizuri but tukaika sasa pesa mbele tukaika art nyuma. Kuna time Ulipola alikuwa anaimba tu vizuri sana na alikuwa kinibariki sana mimi as a person. Bahati pia kuna time alikuwa kinibariki. Look at what Bahati is doing right now. Ulikuwa unataka platform, ndio hii platform umepata, then now you're just doing shenanigans. Like spitting back to God, you wanted these platforms. Hizi platforms sasa mmeshazipata. Kaini chini, write good music, because hata pia fans wenu, wamegrow sahi ni watu wako na watoto wawili. They want to listen to nice music. Ama kama you want to branch into something else, basi tengeneza kama ni podcast nzuri, tukae tusikize, but don't bring in shenanigans, because wewe pia ni mtu ambaye uko na watu, uko na following.
Kama hizi shenanigans inalipa bills, mtu afanye vipi?
Hapana, wakati huo ukifanya ndio making money. Those were not shenanigans. Why would you do shenanigans now? Afadhali mtu mwenye amefanya shenanigans akianza because they wanted a platform, then ukishafika kwa hiyo place, now you do what you are destined to do. Lakini kama wewe kutoka mwanzo you are making money, why should you now be shallow?
I think because today's money is different. You know, like I think that's the one thing Sahau, like for the artist who made that money back in the days, the artist who's still making it now ni Nyashinski, and I think Nyashinski ndiye anaweza tuambia like tofauti ya the money then and the money now, because right now artists are making money. Unaona like like Keja ya kali wasona angalia wako lakini Keja money mall, and this is purely music money. and majuzi tulikuwa na bn yuko hapo akisema like sinunui house, sinunui land, yani pesa iko lakini sinunui house, sinunui land, I'm just investing in my art. So this shows you like the amount of money being made right now, it's ridiculous,
it's insane.
So I feel for kina nani with their gimmicks, mtu kama nanitwa Bahati anaona with my gimmicks me and my wife we are making millions, like why should we stop doing this? And this is what the people love.
You started as an artist. Nafikiria hapo Kenyans pia ndio basi wapati media, nafikiria pia it plays a role in opinion shaping. Because okay, it might not be a big thing right now. Media watu wengi wameenda into online media, but I think the kind of people wenye tunasema these are the face of the society, mfano in terms of creative, tuseme bado Bahati ni msanii, Bahati akona lot of issues za copyright. Kuna kama isonge ya Rwanda amechukua melody, amechukua hivyo almost word for word. Tuanze kuseparate between wheat and chaff, because Nairobi iko na wasanii, tena iko na wasanii wazuri, people who sing from the heart. How did we end up with watu ambao wametoka basi tuseme katika muziki and they are right now doing gimmicks? Why are we still giving these people a chance? Miss, I don't remember the last time.
I think because they're superstars. I think people
superstars East Africa ni kama watatu tu.
Nakwambia like unajua kwako inaweza kwa si superstar, but Bahati ni mtu, kuna places akienda the whole place comes to a standstill, and that you can never take that away from them.
Where is that?
It's there. Just because si Kilifi haimaanishi ya iko, but
that's how I'm asking, where is that?
Like hata akishia Mathare saa hizi where he came from, people will want to see like this kid came from here. Right now he's showed up in a blue Range Rover with red leather seats.
I don't want to take anything from anyone, lakini mimi I'm of the feeling that Mungu kama amekupatia nafasi and it's something that you've always wanted, tafadhali can we use those spaces to elevate other people? It's not about you now doing gimmicks. Ndiyo utaenda, people want to see you, and that's how we end up with shitty politicians. Because ile kazi yao yenye wanafaa kufanya kule parliament tumewageuza into celebrities. At the end of the day, Diamond atabaki kuwa star East Africa, not because of his gimmicks na nini, but because in how he has transformed the society. Kwenye anatoka kwao, the kind of projects zenye amefanya. Diamond still respects art. Ndio anaweza kuwa anafanya this to gimmicks hapa na pale, but he still respects himself and he still produces art. Ingekuwa Diamond pia ametoka pia is just doing gimmicks, angekuwa hawezi kuingia both moja na
Lakini ujinga yake na Zuchu sijui they are lovers.
No, I think Zuchu ndio alikuja, maybe he messed up the whole thing, but Diamond was on a good platform. Unaona sasa pia wewe if you get a person mwenye they're not of your caliber, they're not of your class, they'll drag you down too. Because Diamond alikuwa hapo, the kind of women he was dating, he was up there. But when you start mixing yourself with ghetto stuff and you're already up there, you must come down.
Zuchu ghetto. Alafu okay, so tukimalizia lazima nikuulize swali. Which artist should we know about that we don't know about? Mimi nimekuwa nikiambia waseji wa one artist, I don't know this guy, I don't even know how he looks, but kuna msanii tu Mvua, unamjua?
No.
Panda basi uje Nairobi. Alafu pia amefanya ngoma ingine ya tupatane Malindi, tupatina Bahindi. He's a very good singer. The fact that ujuju yake means wewe Mvua tuambie, what are you trying to do with this music thing? Are you trying to make music, or are you, because you can't be this talented and people don't like the first time kuchezea Mvua ulifilaje?
Talented.
Ulinyeshewa, si ndio?
The thing is the thing is with artists, it's not about, okay, it's about talent first of all, lakini kuna wasanii wengi Kenya ambao ni wazuri. I don't want to narrow down to one, lakini hakuna investors wa art. Being talented is one thing, it's just like about 10%. There's so many talented guys, the guys who write from the heart. There's so many beautiful songs on YouTube. Watu ambao tunakosa ni watu wa kuinvest. Music business, the day you invest in music business, you'll become a millionaire, and you get professionals to handle that stuff, from publishing, marketing, social media na nini. So I think hao ndio watu tunakosa. Lakini kama ni wasanii ni wengi sana, lakini watu ambao watengea. Unaona Don Jazzy ndio aweze kuuza sasa hiyo label yake for that amount of money. Ametumia karibu 15 years building building. Kenya wenye tunakosa, we lack visionaries. Because mimi nikiongea naongea as a visionary kwamba nataka industry yetu itoke hii place and hii place, lakini wasanii ni wengi. Hata ukisikia kina Ira Star walikuwa picked because jamaa limuona kaona this girl is talented and they just placed a call. Yeah, so I think Kenya wasanii pia ni wengi, lakini that guy to give you that call ndio tunakosa.
Cause pia nini tukifikiria juu yake inaweza kuwa uko na pesa chafu uzatumia art kuiosha. Saizi like Kenyan music is so...
those are the things we're not saying. Si lazima pesa ni pesa. No, ukienda bank
kile na maanisha nayo ni kuna mse wa 1824. Mbona 1824 ilivunjwa majuzi?
Yeah, it was being renovated.
No, not renovated. It was brought down.
But apparently posted that he was performing from the place. Ska wa Cardinal actually we never talked about them.
See, but that was then like imevunjwa on Friday like hii podcast tunairecord on a Sunday on a Saturday ilivunjwa tunairecord on a Saturday damn yenyewe tumeishi coast mpaka na feel leo ni Sunday tunaishoot on a Saturday so ilivunjwa on a Friday. It was brought down because apparently the court ili freeze pesa umse I think ni 650 million shillings was frozen. And then on top of that wakasema 1824 was made with illicit money as much as it wasn't selling illicit liquor and it was brought down. So I'm thinking this dude angekome organize a few festivals hapo okay is any research this is me, this is where I started, this is where we are, but he's lost everyone.
Hata Hollywood is built on illicit money and I think kitu ambacho hatutaki we don't want to own our narratives. Ukiangalia American movies they're all selling us drugs and drama and sex na nini. They're cleaning up their money and they're owning up their stories. Ukiangalia stories kama Power, stories kama Empire na nini. Kwa nini sisi as Africans we don't want to own our stories? Yes, it's true drugs are there, it's true guns are there, it's true people sell sex and all these things. Mbona sisi katika movies zetu na nini we don't want to own our stories? Because that's where pia pesa ya muziki itatokea. Because investing in music pia iko tofauti kidogo. You have to invest for a while before it's an exponential curve before ianze kutoa some real money. So if you have some real money you want to spend on music, it's okay. And if you have some money, mtu kama Mike Sonko na apata the right people, angekuwa amefanya kitu kizuri sana other than just buying expensive.
Kuna wale wana feel like pesa yao ishaosheka. Unajua politics washa pesa yako. But kama uko politics osha pesa na wasanii. So organize the next Soul Fest.
Watu kama kina Sonko wenye they like music, amefanya vizuri na with Volume Club. But pia can we do the right things? Kama ni kwenda ndani tujenge record labels ambao pia sisi tutasaini wasanii. Octopus alikuwa amesainiwa na Chocolate City. Na Chocolate City wale pia ile pesa si yao, pia wanapewaga pesa kutoka nje. That's why it's easy for also for them to win awards, the Grammys na nini. Unasikia juzi Fireboy akona collab na Madonna, the real Madonna na vitu kama hizo. So hata sisi Bien anaenda huko nje anaenda kutengeza connect, wakati wasanii Kenya wamekaa nasema mimi tayari ati nani yangu inanitengenezea muziki. How is it that mtoto wako pia watataka kufanya music 15 years from now? Utaanza kusema tena Kenya kuna record labels, maybe utakuwa umepass or maybe you're going to be too old. So tunarudi tena pale. So if you are a creative, go back into investing. Bien aliongea vizuri sana kwamba pia lazima invest back into the thing ilimjenga. So watu kama kina Bahati pia, if you cannot run a simple label na uli kwa msanii, I think you're failing as a person.
Okay. So tumalizie na Wakardinali. You had something to say about Wakardinali?
Yeah, Wakardinali I think they ought to be the biggest rap group from Africa. We had akina Kalamashaka, we blew it. We had akina Koflani, we blew it. Wasanii Kenya tukuwe tu serious. It's no inafika place, it's no longer about you. Inafika place, it's about legacy as an annual. Yes, we know you guys made your money. And I'm pretty sure pia wewe ungetaka kusign marapa wengine kutoka the hood that you're coming from. Can you put your ducks in a row? Can we do the right thing? Kama wewe mnasema you guys are a record label right now. Basi tujue manager ni nani. Because mimi nimeka hapa naweza kuambia photographer Diamond ni nani. The last 3 photographers naweza kuambia. Naweza kuambia stylist wake ni nani. Naweza kuambia managers wake ni kina nani. Na mimi sijawahi kumuona Diamond ama nini. That means it's a company it's a real company with real people because those pia ni individual brands pale ndani. So kama tunasema wakadinali pia wao tunataka kuwaelevate wafike pale, they can pull up a lot of kids from the hood. At least iwe ni hip hop pia for the first time imetoa another big brand, kwa sababu sasa Calligraph anaenda kuretire, I don't know. Octopizzo pia the same is like is experimental.
These people right they're in their 30s. Like rap right now is an old man, like they're old rappers.
Yeah, but so are they bringing anything new?
Jay Iko 55 this year. Jay is turning 55 this year and he's working on a new album.
Kimemweka Jay hapo juu ni nini? He has a wife that is also the biggest artist in the world. So here that's a factor. You cannot assume that unaona watu kama kina 50 they had to branch into things like film na nini. So it's not just kusema kwamba mimi am talented, I'll keep rapping, but you cannot keep rapping about the same thing for the next 15 years. You need to have other ventures ambazo zina support. Na hapo ndo tunasema, can you guys build record labels? Can you guys build incubation centers? Right now tuko na watu kama kina Spotify na nini. You just need to go there and ask, I want to do a writing camp. Niko na wasanii na hii music ikitoka hapa, you guys are going to publish it. And it's that simple. Kwa nini hatutaki kufikiria along those lines? Yeah, let's think about those lines.
Okay, so I guess the message from Achieng Otiatoni, just from the coast with love. Yes, from the coast with love. So tukimalizia also kitaka kukupata, because when Achieng Otiato PR,
I do publicity PR, I do social media strategy, I do publicity for artists, na pia sometimes I write articles to just offer opinions and direction.
Okay. And so the best thing is your opinion, which is good.
So pale Facebook Achengo Teatro, just Achengo Teatro. I'm still thinking about venturing into the other platforms because each platform has different dynamics. Right now I'm also on Twitter, Achengo Teatro. I'm also on Instagram, though the other accounts are not as active. I'm planning to like strengthen them, I think this year. But right now tukutane pale Facebook pia. I think it's because pia ilikuwa na hiyo option ya long post. So
alafu kitaka kujua Achieng ameishi hizi sides za coast more than sides zetu, ni vile unasema jina yako. Unajua unasema Achieng.
It's supposed to be
Achieng.
Okay. I've not lived in my father's land. Tumezaliwa huku, we've grown up here all my life, but I've traveled around, I've stayed around, but this is where I come from.
Ni Achieng Otiato
with the apostrophe.
Kuna ka apostrophe kako kameandikwa, but it's there. Si ndio? So imekuwa ni episode 278. Imekuwa ni episode 278. Kama kawaida tukisema like, subscribe, hit the notification button, tell a friend. Tukimalizia 278 tukiwa Mombasani jo. Tukisema eka nene.
Ikonini.
Thank you.